All right, so you ever get that feeling, when you're in the middle of a match, totally in the zone,
Yeah.
going for that sweet, sweet headshot, feeling like the ultimate gamer,
Wow.
but then something feels off.
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
did I just totally outplay a real person, or was that a bot?
It's a question a lot of us are asking.
Right, and it's like this nagging worry.
Yeah.
It takes you out of the game, right? It makes you wonder, what's the point of all this awesome tech, all these incredible online games, if we're not even playing against, well, other people?
Absolutely. And it kind of takes away the fun.
Yeah, exactly. And that's what we're diving into today.
Okay.
It's a deep dive into this whole thing, this AI in gaming thing.
Right.
And we've got this article, really interesting.
Okay.
It's called hold on. AI in Gaming, Razer and World Network challenge the bots in online games.
Catchy.
Yeah, and it's all about how Razer, the kings of gaming
Oh,
gear.
yeah, for sure.
Yeah, and World Network, they're doing some wild stuff with online identity.
Right. Really pushing the boundaries there.
They're teaming up to fight back against the bot invasion,
Yeah. I mean, it's a big problem.
Huge.
Yeah. So what are we hoping to get out of this deep dive then?
Well, I want to figure out, like, why are bots such a pain? What makes them so bad? And then how are Razer and World Network gonna actually stop them?
Oh, yeah.
And in the end, what does it all mean for us?
Yeah.
The real people who just want to enjoy a good, fair game
The
online.
human element. Right.
Exactly.
Yeah, because at the end of the day, online games are all about connection, right? That's what makes them special.
It's the thrill of the unknown.
Yeah, the challenge.
Knowing you could be up against, like, anyone.
Anyone, anywhere.
Yeah, and that anything could happen.
Exactly. And it's that human element, that unpredictability.
Yeah.
That's what gets your adrenaline pumping.
And bots, well, they just don't do that right.
Nope, they're all algorithms in code.
Predictable.
Yeah, no surprises there.
So this article we're looking at, it doesn't mess around.
No.
It comes right out and says the continuous presence of third-party bots in online games.
It's a mouthful.
It is, but it's a big deal.
Yeah, a real problem.
Yeah, and this isn't just like a couple of people grumbling online. They've got some serious data to back it up.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, they cite this survey, a big one, of U.S. gamers.
Okay, what'd they find?
Hold on, let me find it. Okay, so it says here, 71%. That's over 2/3 of gamers
Wow.
believe bots are making multiplayer competition worse.
That's a lot of unhappy players.
Yeah, I mean, that's a pretty clear message, right?
It's a clear sign that something's wrong.
Yeah, and the survey, it doesn't stop there.
What else did it say?
It dug deeper, looked at how bots are actually messing things up.
Okay.
Get this, 74%, almost 3/4 of gamers say bots make games less fun.
I mean, that's the whole point of playing, right?
Yeah.
To have fun.
Exactly. And it's crazy because, like, the main reason we play games, to have a good time, it's being ruined
Yeah.
by these fake players, these bots.
It's almost ironic.
Right.
You have this incredibly advanced technology designed for entertainment and connection, and it's being hijacked by these bots.
Yeah.
Taking the joy out of it.
And it's not just about, like, winning or losing.
Right.
There's this deeper thing going on.
What do you mean?
Well, the survey, it found that 77% of players, and this is across all ages,
Wow.
agree that being able to show their humanity online is important.
That's really interesting.
Yeah, it's like, even in these virtual worlds, we still crave that real human connection.
That makes sense.
Yeah, and bots, they take that away,
They disrupt that human connection.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're not really playing against a person. You're playing against lines of code.
And the worst part is 18% of those surveyed, they actually said they've stopped playing games completely because of bots.
Seriously.
Yeah, they've given up on gaming altogether.
That's really sad.
I know, right? It's like, imagine being so frustrated by these bots that you just walk away from your favorite hobby.
That's a pretty powerful statement
It is.
about how bad this problem has gotten.
Yeah, it's not just a minor annoyance anymore.
No, it's a real issue that's driving people away.
Okay, so we've established bots are bad news, right?
Big time.
So let's talk about solutions.
Okay, yeah, what can we do about this?
Well, this article talks about this partnership, right?
Uh-huh.
Between Razer, and they call them the world's leading brand in gamer lifestyle.
Well, they're pretty popular, that's for sure.
I mean, I bet you've got some Razer gear somewhere.
Maybe.
And then there's World Network, described as this pioneering open protocol committed to advancing every human being.
That's a mouthful, but it sounds impressive.
It does, right. So they're joining forces to tackle this bot problem head on.
Okay, so what's their plan?
Well, they're launching this new thing called Razer ID verified by World ID.
Razer ID.
Yeah, like your Razer account
Oh, right.
that you use for all their stuff.
For their software, their services.
Yeah, the whole Razer ecosystem.
Makes sense.
So they're adding this extra layer of verification to it.
Verification.
Yeah, powered by World Network's technology.
So like a way to prove you're a real person.
Exactly. So you can't just create a bunch of fake accounts and unleash a bot army, you know?
That's actually pretty clever.
The goal is to make sure that every Razer ID account is connected to a real live human being.
No more bots hiding behind fake profiles.
Yeah, exactly.
I like it.
And the cool thing is,
What?
they're designing it so that game developers can, bake this verification right into their games.
Whoa, so you wouldn't even be able to enter a game unless you were verified.
Yeah, like a bot-free zone.
Wow, that's a game changer.
Right. And get this, they already have a game lined up to use this.
Really? What game?
It's called Tokyo Beast, launching in second quarter of 2025.
It's like next year?
Yeah, not too far off.
It's exciting.
And apparently this whole human verification thing is super important for Tokyo Beast.
Why? What's so special about it?
Well, it's all about collecting these unique NFTs.
NFTs, huh?
Yeah, and it mixes digital ownership with gameplay.
Okay, I see where this is going.
So you want to be sure that all those digital ditties, the NFTs,
Right.
are being earned and traded by real players, not bots. Right?
Yeah, makes sense.
Because imagine putting in all this time and effort to earn a rare NFT, only to find out it's basically worthless because some bot flooded the market with fakes.
That would be terrible.
Yeah, it'd be devastating.
So this verification, it helps keep things fair.
Yeah, it helps protect the integrity of the game.
So everyone knows they're playing on a level playing field.
Exactly, and it keeps those NFTs valuable.
Okay, so how does this World ID thing actually work?
That's where things get really interesting.
Okay, tell me more.
So World Network, they've developed this technology they call World ID.
World ID.
Yeah, and it's all about verifying that you're a real person.
We talked about that, but how do they actually do it?
Right. So it uses this biometric thing, like a digital fingerprint.
A digital fingerprint.
Yeah, but it's based on your iris, the colored part of your eye.
Your iris.
Yeah, and it's supposed to be super unique.
So they scan your eye to verify you.
Basically.
Yeah, and that's how they know you're a real person.
Right, because bots, they don't have real eyes to scan,
That's true, they don't.
So it's like a foolproof way to tell humans from bots.
And what about privacy? I mean, are they storing my eye scan somewhere?
That's the really cool part. It's all anonymous.
Anonymous.
Yeah, they don't actually need to know your name or any personal details.
So they're not building up some massive database of eye scans.
No, it's all about proving you're a unique human being.
Okay, so it's not like a traditional ID check.
Nope, it's way more privacy focused.
That makes sense, especially these days when everyone's worried about their data.
Exactly, and the article even says, World ID only knows that an individual is a unique human being, not who they are.
Interesting.
So it's not about tracking you or anything like that.
It's just about confirming that you're a real person.
Yeah, and that's a huge deal.
Especially in an online world that's becoming more and more dominated by AI, right?
Exactly. It's how do we even know who's real anymore?
It's getting hard to tell.
Yeah, and this World ID thing, it's like a beacon of trust.
A way to cut through the noise.
Yeah, to create these spaces online where we know we're interacting with actual humans.
I like that.
Okay, so we've talked about how World ID is being used for gaming, right?
Yeah, with Razer ID.
But the article also mentions this other thing, World Chat. World Chat. Yeah, and this is where they're taking this whole verification thing beyond just games.
Okay, so it's like a messaging app or something.
Kind of, but it's more like a platform.
A platform for what?
For distinguishing between bots and humans.
So like making sure you're talking to a real person when you're messaging online.
Exactly.
That's a big deal too, especially with all the spam and the bots on social media these days.
Oh, tell me about it.
It's hard to know who's real anymore.
And it's not a separate app either. It's like a mini app built into their digital wallet, the World app.
So it's all part of the same ecosystem.
Exactly.
That makes sense.
So to get verified on World Chat, You need to use this thing called the World Network Digital Passport.
A digital passport.
Yeah, and then they do an iris scan.
Again with the iris scan.
Yeah, but this time it's linked to your digital passport, so it's tied to your identity.
Okay, so this is more about confirming who you are, not just that you're human.
Right? It's a step up from the anonymous verification they're using for gaming.
So for gaming, it's about fair play.
Mhm.
And for messaging, it's about trust and knowing who you're talking to.
Yeah, it's like different levels of verification for different situations.
It makes sense.
Right. It's pretty smart.
Yeah, it is.
So let's bring it all back to you, the listener.
Okay.
We started this whole thing talking about how frustrating bots are in online games.
Right.
Remember that survey? 71% of gamers saying bots are ruining the experience.
This is a pretty bleak picture.
Yeah, but what Razer and World Network are doing, it's like a ray of hope, you know?
It's a potential solution to a really widespread problem.
Yeah, because think about it. Have you ever been in a match and you just know you're playing against a bot?
Yeah, I think we've all been there.
The way they move, their reaction times, it's not human.
It's too perfect.
And it's infuriating.
Yeah, it takes the fun out of it.
And this technology, this World ID thing, it could make those bot encounters a thing of the past.
Imagine that. A world without bots.
No more unfair matches.
No more suspicious opponents.
Just real people playing against other real people.
That's the dream.
And hopefully it'll bring back some of those players who quit because they were so fed up with bots.
Yeah, the ones who just couldn't take it anymore.
It'd be great to see them come back, you know?
Absolutely. It would revitalize the community.
But it's bigger than just games, isn't it?
What do you mean?
This whole idea of verifying that you're interacting with a real person online,
Yeah.
it's something we could use everywhere, you know?
Like where?
Social media,
Oh, yeah.
online forums.
Even online dating?
Exactly. Imagine a world where you knew for sure that everyone you were talking to online was a real, genuine human being.
It would change
No
everything.
more catfishing, no more spam bots.
No more fake news spreading like wildfire.
It'd be incredible.
It's a whole new internet.
Yeah.
A more human internet.
Okay, so let's wrap this up.
Yeah.
We started out talking about how bots are a real problem in online gaming.
And how they're ruining the experience for a lot of people.
Yeah, but then we learned about this partnership between Razer and World Network.
And their plan to use World ID to verify players.
Yeah, and this Tokyo Beast game launching next year, it's going to be the first real test of this technology.
It's going to be interesting to see how it works in practice.
Yeah, and to see if it actually helps to create those bot-free zones.
I'm optimistic.
I
think it has the potential to really make a difference.
it could be a whole new era for online gaming.
A more human era.
And it makes you think, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Like, what if this idea of verifying our humanity online,
Yeah.
what if it spreads beyond just gaming? What if it becomes the norm for all kinds of online interaction?
That's a really interesting thought.
It is, right. It's almost like a new digital frontier.
A frontier of trust and authenticity.
Yeah, and who knows, maybe that's the future of the internet.
Maybe it is.
A future where we can connect with each other, knowing for sure that we're talking to real people.
That sounds like a future I want to be a part of.
Me too.
It'd be a huge step forward.
It would.
And it all starts with gaming.
It does. It all starts with gaming.
Crazy, huh?
Yeah. Who would have thought?